This is fun to me to be here. I'm not kidding. It's a blast to be here and see all these kids getting energized and just appreciating what you do. I'm humbled by this honor. To me, this is a very wonderful salute to everybody in our company. I've been blessed in my life, so blessed that I didn't even have to think about it. I just knew I wanted to be around fishing, and I was able to do that through our business. I remember my parents, they grew up pretty poor, but they felt like rich or really happy, I think, because they loved to hunt and fish, and they spent a lot of time outdoors, and they became huge fans of the Missouri Department of Conservation because they didn't see hardly ever a white-tailed deer, no wild turkeys. And then in their lifetime, they got to see the good work of conservation to make a lot of things better than they had seen before. And anyway, they're my heroes, my mom and dad. I think we start off in a very small shop. The first 13 years we were in business, the only store we had was in my dad's liquor store on the way to Table Rock Lake. And the company's grown. My dad, rather than just loan me the money himself, he went with me over to the local bank and he co-signed my loan for $10,000. And he wanted me to feel that responsibility of obligation, not just to him as my dad that I might not take so serious. He wanted me to be responsible to the bank and know what it was. Like these kids are learning down here today, what is a responsibility? I see them writing checks or running credit cards, but keeping your finances in order and meeting obligations and take them serious. Communication is a big thing that all these kids are learning that impressed me about communicating with each other, making things happen and having responsibilities. But one of the things we'd be most proud of as a company, our people, is our conservation commitment. It's kind of like where we came from. It's our obligation because our company wouldn't even be if it weren't for one thing. That's conservation. If there weren't plenty of fish, wildlife, and kids couldn't go out and get their rod bent catching a fish, then why do you need a Bass Pro Shop? You don't. So we're very involved in conservation. For the last decade, we've averaged giving over 10% of our earnings back to conservation. And we're aligned with so many conservation organizations. That conservation mission is something that we're proud of and that unites us. How do I live every day? You gotta have fun along the way. And that's our business. So I don't want to get too serious with all these things. I would say our business, fun, is a priority. And I tell these kids too, follow your dreams, follow your passions when you can. There's different forms of a paycheck to me. Like, I've got some of my best friends in life are fishing guides or captains, and what's their paycheck? It's spending a day out on the river, on the lake, on the open sea, and having people create memories that they'll just never ever forget by being a captain. Some other friends are conservation agents, and how rewarding is that? Know you're impacting generations to come, a healthy environment, critters, fish, wildlife. So that's a big paycheck. But one thing that's enabled us to attract people is their passion to serve fellow outdoor lovers, fellow sportsmen and women, and kids, to try to nurture, inspire kids to get connected to the outdoors. When people get outdoors, if they're camping, if they're fishing or hunting, it brought families much closer together. That excites us. It instills in them more of a deep appreciation about what they can do as an individual to pass these things on and to be good stewards of the land and the water and the air, get people involved. So we have a very fun business that we're in. I don't know how I deserve a word for just following passion. I have a full appreciation for the wonderful things that are happening here and seeing some of the impact that Junior Achievement has on these young people, and just meeting you, Laura, Ron, and the team here, and seeing these kids be so energized. It's great. And I hope we can be your good partners as we go forward into the future and try to share back with the kids and be able to carry on the great traditions of the great outdoors. The Junior Achievement in St. Louis, it's totally awesome. They're teaching these kids something you'd know for a long time: how to use your credit card.